Dear students, from today we shall start the biology classes of 9th standard. So let us begin with the first chapter, Protectors of Biosphere. So first let us read the poster which was given in your textbook. See this, what was written in that? Yes, let's unite to regain our green earth. So children, we all are aware about the present situation of our earth. And we are moving through a dangerous phenomena, and that is global warming. So what is global warming? Global warming means it is the increase or rise in Earth's temperature or the atmospheric temperature. So what are the reasons for increase in the atmospheric temperature? Yes, we know that the most important reason for the global warming or rise in the temperature of Earth is deforestation, that is cutting down of trees. Then some other reasons, that is increase in the number of vehicles, then increase in number of factories, then burning of fossil fuels. All these are reasons for increase or rise in the temperature of Earth, and this leads to global warming. So the reason for or the main reason for global warming is the increase in the amount of carbon dioxide in the Earth's atmosphere. That is increase in the amount of carbon dioxide. So I already told you what are the reasons for increase in the amount of carbon dioxide. So what are the solutions for reducing the global warming? Some of the solutions are, we will get the solutions from the reasons itself. Which are they? We should prevent or we should stop deforestation, and we should plant more and more trees. Then the second solution, we can reduce the number of vehicles, we can reduce the number of factories, we can reduce the burning of fossil fuels or excessive burning of fossil fuels. So these are some of the solutions. See children, we already discussed that planting of more and more trees is one of the solutions for controlling global warming. So do you know how this plants helps to control global warming? So look at illustration 1.1 which was given in your textbook, that is oxygen carbon dioxide balance in atmosphere. Now look at this diagram. We can see that plants take in carbon dioxide. For what plants are taking in carbon dioxide? Plants take in carbon dioxide for preparing food or for photosynthesis. We already studied in lower classes about photosynthesis. So plants take in carbon dioxide for photosynthesis, and after photosynthesis or as a result of photosynthesis, they prepare glucose and oxygen. As a result of photosynthesis, glucose and oxygen is produced. So this glucose and oxygen is taken by animals. See, this oxygen is taken by animals for inspiration or for respiration, and glucose is taken by animals for their growth and development. Then we know that both animals and plants expire out carbon dioxide. Both plants and animals expire out carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide is again taken by plants for photosynthesis. So this cycle is again and again repeating. So this is how the oxygen and carbon dioxide is balanced. So children, we understood that plants have a major role in controlling global warming. So let us plant more and more trees to save our planet Earth. Now look at this picture which was given in your textbook. Here you can see a girl is doubtfully thinking that why is the upper part of leaf is more greener than the lower part? Have you ever noticed the color change? Why is the upper part of leaf is greener than the lower part? Let us see. I took the sample of 2 leaves. Here you can see this is the upper part of the leaf, and see the lower part, it is less green. Here also you can see the lower part is less green. So what is the reason for this color change? Have you ever think about this? What may be the reason? Yes, it is because you know about chlorophyll. You have already studied about the pigment chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is the pigment that gives green color to the plants or green color to the leaves. So more chlorophyll is present in the upper part of leaf and less number of chlorophyll is only present in the lower part of leaf. This is the reason why the upper part is more greener than the lower part. So children, why the number of chlorophyll is more in the upper part? Yes, it is to absorb more sunlight. When chlorophyll is more in the upper part, we know that this upper part is facing towards the sunlight so that it can absorb more sunlight for the process of photosynthesis or for preparing food. Now we shall discuss about the structure of chloroplast. Now look at this diagram. Here you can see this is the entire structure of a chloroplast. The chloroplast consists of a double membrane. Here you can see this is the double membrane. And then the fluid part of chloroplast. The fluid part of chloroplast is termed as stroma. And then here you can see some packs of membranous sacs. And these are termed as grana. So which are the parts of chloroplast? A double membrane. Then the fluid part is termed as stroma, and then pack of membranous sacs is termed as grana. Photosynthesis in plants takes place in this chloroplast. So photosynthesis not only takes place in leaves but also wherever the chloroplast is present. Photosynthesis takes place wherever the chloroplast is present. But normally we are saying that leaves are the central part where photosynthesis takes place or preparation of food in plants takes place. What may be the reason? It is because more number of chloroplast is present in leaves other than any other parts. This is the reason why we are saying that leaves are the central parts where photosynthesis in plants takes place. In chloroplast, certain pigments are present. So we have already discussed about a pigment earlier. Which one is that? Yes, chlorophyll. So not only chlorophyll, many other pigments are present in chloroplast. Which are they? Chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotene, xanthophyll. All these pigments are present in chloroplast. All these pigments can absorb sunlight. So this is one of the major function of these pigments. All these pigments absorb sunlight. But there is a speciality. Chlorophyll A is the major pigment that directly participate in photosynthesis. All others cannot directly participate in photosynthesis. So what is the role of these other pigments? These pigments absorb sunlight and transfer it to chlorophyll A. So these pigments are termed as accessory pigments. So children, the most important point here is chlorophyll A is the major pigment that directly participates in photosynthesis, but all other pigments are termed as accessory pigments, and these accessory pigments absorb the sunlight and transfer it to chlorophyll A.